Hello there and welcome back to my channel. Thank you for joining me. Now in this short and sweet lesson I'm going to talk to you about the zone of contact. I am going to show you 3 positions and offer some explanation afterwards, so hopefully you'll find it useful. Now these 3 positions are all taken from money games. In this first one, white has a 5-1 to play and currently has 1 checker on the bar. How do you go about making this play? Now the correct move is to enter on the 24 point and then play 6 to 1. Now notice the big mistake here is to enter on the 20 point, which would be a blunder as seen in red on the panel on the left hand side. The top 3 moves all involve entering on the 24 point. Now in order to understand the correct play here, we need to think in terms of game plan. Now in backgammon there are 4 main game plans: racing, priming, blitzing, and contact, which is a defensive game plan, which we should be playing here as white because we are down in the race by 13 pips. We want to stay back for maximum contact and increase our contact zone. Now notice also in this position that green has an inflexible and stacked position, which means that green has a lot of checkers on a few points. Now that means green is very likely to leave shots on future rolls due to his inflexibility. Now by entering on the 24 point, if green rolls any of these 11 rolls, double 6, 6, 5, 6, 3, 6, 2, 5, 4 and 5, 1, green will be forced to leave a shot. And there are of course also repeaters. Double 6 actually leaves a double shot. And of course there are other rolls that play awkwardly for green, such as 2-1 and 5-3. Now by stepping up to the 20 point, only one of those 11 rolls will then leave a shot for us as white, which would be double 6, but every other roll mentioned would simply play over our head and play safely for green. Now that's exactly what green wants. Green is playing a race as he is ahead and wants to bring his checkers home as cleanly and safely as possible. Now we as white don't want that to happen. We want to stay back. We want to increase the zone of contact. We want green to leave a shot with any of those 11 rolls and then hit him and then get him trapped behind our prime and then hopefully turn the game in our favour. Now another problem with entering on the 20 point is we give green some crushing rolls such as double 3, double 4, double 1 and 3-1. So here we must stay back for contact, and it's worth pausing the video here and thinking about how those numbers that are mentioned on the right hand side play by us entering on the 24 point and us entering on the 20 point. Look at the difference, how those rolls play for our opponent. Now the second position is a variation on the first one. Here white has a 5-2 to play. Now notice here that we are again down in the race, this time by 17 pips, so it would be a blunder to come in on the 20 point and make our 5 point. Of course it's tempting to want to make our 5 point here, but again it's better to stay back for contact. Again green has an inflexible and stacked position. Now we stay back for maximum contact, we open up some bad rolls for our opponent. The lesson here is don't play the first move you see. Stop and check the race. Stop and think about what you're doing. Do not just play automatically. Notice that entering on a 20 point would be a big blunder as in the previous position. It would reduce our winning chances by almost 5% because we would then be reducing the zone of contact and green could play the bad rolls over our head as before. So here we stay back and we hope for some shots to come. Now here, this is a common mistake that newer players might make. They might reduce the zone of contact. Here we can see the zone of contact by the blue arrow. White has rolled a 5-3, and here to step up to a 21 point would be a blunder. And here you can go through which rolls play badly for our opponent by us staying back on the 24 point and increasing the zone of contact. Here, I'm not going to tell you which rolls play badly, but again, you can pause the video and do this small exercise and think about what is the difference between white staying on the 24 and white moving up to the 21. How does that affect which shots green will leave on the next roll? So there we are, the zone of contact, simply something to practice and be a bit more mindful and perceptive of over the board, because these mistakes are pretty common. So there we are. Thank you for watching a short lesson today, but hopefully some useful tips there to improve your game further. See you next Wednesday. Goodbye.